What's up, dogs and doggettes? Welcome to week 5 of the NFL Pick'em season with your boy Harkdawg 25. That's right, week 5 already. It's crazy that this is flying by this quickly, but that's football season. We're so excited for it to get here, and then once it's here, we want it to stay, even though it's not going to stay. So each week crawls by, and boom, it's done. Packers are world champions. Weird how that works. Just reiterating my prediction from the preseason from week 1. So let's go over the results. Last week I was 9-6 win-loss, 8-7 versus the spread. Not the best. I got screwed out of a couple games. I mean, New Orleans missed a field goal to win the game, which Dallas would have covered the spread then. What was the other one? Hold on. There was a couple other ones that really screwed me. Oh yeah. Pittsburgh missing 2 field goals. That screwed me. And Philadelphia not having a defense screwed me. Allowing a 90-yard touchdown drive for Kirk Cousins and the Redskins to win and beat the spread in that one. But that happens. That's what picking against the spread's all about. You never know. Overall, I'm 41-23 versus the spread, 39-24, so still doing really well. Let's take a look at the subs. Fitz, still the only one playing. Make sure you get your picks in. See if you can beat Fitz. He's rocking. He was 10-5 straight up last week, 41-22 overall, which means he ties me. I don't know why I have 41-23. I think we're tied actually. 41-22. So we're tied in that respect. Against the spread, he did really well. He won 11-4 last week, so he's now picking against the spread, which is the true challenge, but obviously not for him. All right, let's jump into the games. I don't want this video to be 20 minutes long like they all have been, but when I talk football, I just keep going on and on and on, and I don't get to my picks, and it's like, oh man, this is a long video. But anyways, first game, Thursday night game, Houston favored by 1.5 points over Indianapolis. Just got word that Matt Suckelbeck is playing for Andrew Luck, and Houston's at home. If they can, Arian Foster's come back. If they can establish the ground game, get the ball to DeAndre Hopkins a ton, and just stop Hasselbeck, which, you know, it doesn't seem like it could be that hard, but make him beat you, you know, just hand it off to Gore, which they're going to do a lot, I'm sure. Stop Gore. Make Hasselbeck beat you. He's 40 years old. Come on, it can't be much left in the arm. But I got Houston winning and covering this game. The 1.5 points is not enough to dissuade me from that. And they're at home. So I feel like they're itching for a win. They win this game, they're tied with Indianapolis in the division. So, a lot at stake. Sunday games. Kansas City at home favored by 9 against your Chicago Bears. The Bears, wow, talk about surprising, actually getting a win against Oakland. Cutler coming back had a big part of that. You can tell with the other dude in there. I can't remember his name. Anyways, Clausen, that's what it was. Clausen, that team has no chance. So Cutler in there gives him a little bit of chance. He likes throwing to Bennett. Royal got involved a little bit. Forte did his job. I think they're going to cover the spread here. 9 points is a lot for a Kansas City team that does not have much of a pass defense. And their defense hasn't really showed up. I mean, Cincinnati lit them up. The Packers lit them up. Denver, I mean, they don't have a light-up offense anymore, but they allowed 20 points to Houston as well. I mean, so they're not that good. And 9 points is a lot, so I'm taking Chicago in this one. Next game, Cincinnati at home. The game of the week, favored by 3 points against Seattle. Now, Seattle, Marshawn Lynch is out. He is out. That's going to put everything on Russell Wilson's shoulders again. And we showed last week that that's not a good thing, because Detroit almost beat him in primetime. Kelvin Johnson just had to fumble. What was that all about? And then he got the bat out of bounds and all that stuff, and it should have been Detroit ball at the 1. We understand that, but Kelvin Johnson shouldn't have fumbled. Plain and simple. Cincinnati, juggernaut at home, good defense, good good 1 o'clock team. Prime time, they're not the best, but Dalton has all his weapons. The defense is strong, probably the healthiest this team has been in a long time, and I got Cincinnati winning and covering this game for show. Next game, Atlanta favored by 7.5 points at home against Washington. Now, Washington is sneaky good. They have some good running backs with Jones and Morris. Pierre Garçon. Cousins looks feasible. They got a good defensive line. And I think they're going to keep this game close. Atlanta blew out Houston last week, which I did not see coming. But we all know how good Houston is with how they've played this year. And that is not very good at all. They barely beat Tampa Bay, for crying out loud. But I have Washington covering the spread. I feel like Atlanta might win this one. Probably by a field goal, but Washington's going to keep it close. So I got Washington in this game. All right, next game. Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home, favored by 3 points against America's team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, Jameis Winston is definitely having a rookie season. He is throwing to the other team a lot, which is good, which is real good for Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville is actually going to win this game outright and obviously cover the spread. Tampa Bay shouldn't be favored in any games, in my opinion. They haven't shown any physicality or strength or just prowess on either side of the ball to say, hey, let's make them favored in a game. I feel like Jacksonville's getting hosed here, but it is on the road. It's in Tampa Bay, so I understand the 3 points. But I got Jacksonville winning, covering this game. Next game, this is a tough game. Both teams 1-3. New Orleans coming off a victory. Philly coming off another terrible collapse. And Philly's favored by 4.5 points at home. I think Philly's going to right the ship here. They just got too many weapons. New Orleans has too many problems. Drew Brees is not good. He's not, 2009 Drew Brees anymore. 6 years later, he's having shoulder injuries, blah, 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 blah. And, they barely beat a very hobbled Dallas team. And Philly, I think, is going to take it to them here. I think it's going to be more of a blowout than a close game. Probably, I want to say 30-17 in favor of Philly. Philly winning and covering. Next game, Baltimore at home, favored by 6.5 against Cleveland. Where are the weapons in Baltimore? Talking about Crockett Gilmore, Kamar Aiken. Other than that, the receiving corps, you don't know who the hell is there. Who does Flacco throw the ball to? I mean, Forsett ran for 150 yards last week. If he can do that again, they'll win the game. But Cleveland has a good defense. Good secondary. Decent running back. Duke Johnson Jr. coming out. And I think Cleveland is going to cover the spread in this game. I think Baltimore will still win at home, but I think it's going to be a field goal or 2 field goals. I think it might be 6-point difference, like a 27-21 game, something like that. I got Cleveland covering, Baltimore winning. Next game. Woo! Super Bowl champs. This year, Green Bay Packers favored by 9.5 at home against St. Louis. You know I'm picking here. Green Bay all the way. Rodgers at Lambeau with that defense. And you stop Gurley, you make Foles try and beat you. Good luck. Good luck. That's all I got to say. Rodgers is unbelievable at home. They're gonna torch him. They're gonna torch him. It doesn't matter who comes in there. They're gonna torch him. They're gonna put up 30 points. There's no way St. Louis is gonna put up 30 points against the Packers. It'll be 30-20, 30-17. So Packers win and cover. Next game, Tennessee at home. Underdogs by 2.5 points to Buffalo. I still am not convinced on Marcus Mariota. They got a decent defense there. They have no running game though. They got Bishop Sankey. Who's the other guy? I'm blanking. Whatever. It doesn't matter. He's probably not that good anyways. Oh, McCluster, right? McCluster? I think it's McCluster. Who's more of a return specialist than a running back. Buffalo, I think, was kind of reading their own press clippings and just got stomped by the Giants, out-physicaled. And, man, they just played terrible. 17 penalties on a team? How are you supposed to win with that? Rex Ryan, where's the discipline? I mean, this team's out of control. But I think they'll be in control this game. Tyrod, you're going to hand it off to Booby Dixon, because I think Carlos Williams is not going to play. So pick him up for your fantasy teams if you can, because they're going to hand the ball off a lot. Buffalo winning and covering this game. Next game, Detroit at home against Arizona Cardinals. Now, we saw last week Arizona lose to an embattled St. Louis team. Gurley ran all over them. And then I had to think, who did Arizona play this year? They played New Orleans. They played Chicago when Cutler got hurt in the first half. Then you played San Francisco. 3 of like the worst offensive teams in the league. And they blew them out. And oh, it's Arizona going to the Super Bowl. Those teams are combined 3-9 and barely should even be that. I mean, Chicago shouldn't have won. New Orleans shouldn't have won. And San Francisco somehow won their first week. So St. Louis caught up with them. They actually faced a decent defense with a decent QB and decent weapons, and they lost. Now, that being said, Detroit is lost. They're out in the ocean somewhere. They're out in Lake Michigan. They're lost. They don't know where they are. And the woes of Detroit continue after that Monday night game. And Arizona is going to win and cover. I think they're going to win by a field goal. It's going to be a low-scoring game, 23-20. I think it's going to be points that are going to be hard to come by. Kind of like last week with Detroit and Seattle. The offenses aren't the best, and Detroit's defense is still pretty good. Next game, Dallas at home against New England. New England win and cover. I mean, they're coming off a bye. 2 weeks to prepare for Brandon Weeden with no Lance Dunbar. Sean Lee coming off a concussion. Dez Bryant still out. So you got Terrence Williams, Cole Beasley, and Jason Witten. Ooh. Gronk, Edelman, Brady, Blount. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be like 45-17 New England. Next game, Oakland at home against Denver. Denver favored by 4.5 points. I got Oakland covering the spread. I think it's gonna be closer than people expect since Denver's got to travel. Manning just does not look the same. They're not gonna put up 45 points anymore. Not the way they're running the ball and the way Manning's throwing the ball. 24 points they'll probably put up. I feel like Oakland can put up 21 points and cover the spread. I feel like Denver's still going to win, but I would not be shocked if Oakland actually wins this game. So we'll see. We shall see. But I got Oakland covering the spread and Denver winning. Sunday night game. New York Giants against the San Francisco 49ers. We know San Francisco's offense is just terrible. The defense is all right, but that was at home. Now they got to travel cross country, 3,000 miles to New York. New York favored by a touchdown. San Francisco, no offense. New York coming off a good win against the Bills. New York's going to win and cover. It seems like they're getting their stride. They could be 4-0. You know, the coaching decisions the first 2 weeks are just god-awful. But they could be 4-0. But I got the New York Giants winning and covering this game. Then Monday Night Football. San Diego Chargers favored by 3 points against Michael Vick and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We saw what Vick can do last Thursday night, which was something. But I feel like he's going to turn the ball over. Now he's got to travel. That was at home. Now he's got to travel to San Diego, and Phillip Rivers always plays well at home. He's getting Gates back. Keenan Allen is a beast. Ladarius Green. The other receiver. Floyd. Malcolm Floyd. And then Melvin Gordon, I think, is going to have a decent day against that Pittsburgh front line. Pittsburgh, if they stop Le'Veon Bell, San Diego is going to win by 2 touchdowns. So that's pretty much all they have. I feel like Vic is just, he's going to struggle. He's going to turn the ball over. So I got San Diego winning and covering there. So, all done. Hopefully this week I actually win some money. I finished like 10th. I just got screwed out of those games last week. 11 wins. I had 8. If I got those other 3 games right, the big if game, I would have won outright easily because 10 was the highest in my league. But I feel halfway confident about these picks. So we'll see how it goes. Remember to leave your picks below. Like the video if you did. Comment. Let me know what you think. Put down your fantasy questions if you got any. And also subscribe for more NFL videos with your boy Harkdawg 25 as always. See you next time.